Welcome. It's Kay here. It's Kirsten. We have a big talk about today. So, today's topic is the whole journey of me having to get a prosthetic eye. The reasons why, the feelings and emotionals that I went through, the whole nine. So stay tuned. Today we have a big story on the whole journey of me having to get a prosthetic eye. So let's take you all back to when I was probably about 12 years old. Okay? I always rode my bike with my neighbor who was my best friend. And we just wanted to ride our bike over to our grandparents' house, which was on a severe steep hill. So we rode up there, we had lots of fun, rode the golf court, we're just kids. Then we were getting ready to leave. And we had to come back down the steep hill. So, my friend, she's in front of me, I'm behind her, we're cruising along. And I was just getting to, I was going super fast, so I had to put my brakes on. It felt like I had no brakes. My brakes were not working. So as I'm cruising down the hill and I'm almost reaching the end, I'm thinking there's a tree and water and a whole big cliffside on the other side, on the other side of it. What do I do? Then I seen a car coming, and all I kept thinking to myself is, what am I going to do? I'm either going to get road rash, I'm going to get hit by the car, maybe I'll die. I really did not know. I was so young. I did not know what was going on. So I just ended up closing my eyes. Now, I have to put this out there because I 100% believe in God. I do not put God down. He is in my life. My house is blessed with him. He is my everything. And I just, was saying to myself in my head, I really hope he's got a plan for me. Because I didn't know what to do. So I was coming down the hill and I just ended up shutting my eyes and was just hoping for the best. When I woke up, I wasn't hit by the car. I wasn't even on the road, so I didn't even get road rash. When I woke up, I was laying in a stream. I'm taking that I hit the tree because I'm not sure. I really don't know because I closed my eyes, but I woke up next to it. But I was trying to figure out what was I seeing in my eye because all I seen was just blood. And so I was scared at that point because I'm like, is my eye going to get, is my eye in there? What is going on? What am I seeing in my eye? So I was startled. I was so scared. I didn't move. I didn't do nothing. My friend came running and was just like, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? And I remember I was just looking at her because I didn't know if I was okay. I knew that I could see, but I just didn't know what was going on and where the blood was coming from. What did I hit? What really fucking happened? So, anyways, one of the guys I actually went to school with, he lived right close by, and he actually came out and was like, oh my gosh. So he took me in his house. I told him what was going on and stuff, but we got home and I had told my mom what went on, and she was like, oh, well, I removed the brakes off of your bike. And at that point, I was fucking pissed. There is no other explanation. I was mad. I was pissed. And I'm thinking, why would you do something like that? Why would you do something like that in general? And she was just like, well, your brother has been riding your bike, because I was a tomboy, actually, for most of my life. So I wanted a mongoose bike, I had the pegs. It was a boy bike, but I liked it. I loved it. And she was like, well, he's been riding it and he didn't want the brakes on there, so I took them off. Well, thanks for letting me know. And that's what I told her. And then I walked over to my friend's house that was right across the street. because I was so mad, and I was not understanding, and I was in pain, and my eye under here, I don't know if there's still a scar or not, but, oh yeah, right there. I mean, you can't see it, but there's a scar that goes right underneath my eye line and was gashed wide open. So she was like, we need to get you to the hospital. And I was like, I'm not going nowhere with you. I'm not going to the damn hospital. I didn't want to be anywhere around her. I didn't care. I was so mad. And even when I went over to my friend's house, her mom was like, why aren't you going to the doctors? Why isn't your mother taking you to the doctors? And I just told her, because I told her I am not going to the doctors with her. I don't want to be around her right now. I need to just think all of this through, because I'm pissed, I mean, when you're 12, you're not really thinking of anything. I'm just thinking that, damn, she took the brakes off my bike and this just happened to me. So that could have been a reason, maybe one of the reasons, like damage to my eye. But after then, like, I could see fine. Like, obviously I had eye tests done, and, like when you go to your physicians, and I passed all of them. I had 20/20 vision. And then I'd say, I don't know. Let's see. I got with my husband in 2005, and I've actually been with him for a long time. I've been with him since I was 13 years old. I am now 28, and we are still together. We have kids. We are married. It's been a long time. So I would say probably when I was about 16 years old, maybe 16? No. Let's see, I think I was 17 when I had my child. So actually, I'd say when I was 18 years old, we had, first we had lived in an apartment, which I've never lived in an apartment. I do not recommend ever living in an apartment, but we lived in an apartment. Then we moved out, and we actually moved into this really nice duplex. It was brand new. And I just remember that one day I was just like, how is my vision? So I like covered my eye, and all I seen was, I couldn't see anything. I just seen, it was me blurry in the mirror with a bunch of like, wavy lines and a bunch of swirling stuff. And for some reason, it was just so ironic. Like, when I covered my right eye and was looking out my left, I seen perfectly fine. When I covered my left eye and looked out my right eye, everything was moving. Okay, and that is not okay. And I don't know why I never went and got my eye checked when that happened. But I was just thinking, hey, maybe, I don't know. I didn't think of going to the doctors. Like, and then I kept doing it in the mirror. And I'm just like, man, like everything is like swirling. It's like a swirling motion in my eye. Like, it was just, everything was moving. So, I mean, I was a little concerned, but I have major anxiety and I do freak out about a lot of stuff. So I was just like, maybe it's just one day. Maybe I'm just super tired, and so, I mean, that's how my vision was. Now, when I was 20, I want to say I was 23 when I was diagnosed with cancer. And I just have to say this. Never in my life would I have ever thought that I would have cancer. And it's not even really, I don't know, like cancer in my eye. I never, like, that never crossed my damn mind. And so about 23 years old, me and my husband are just sitting, and I'm just like, man, like, I can't look at anything. I can't, like, I couldn't look at any type of lighting, daylight, lights, lighter, flash, I mean, anything I could not look at. So I was like, Josh, there's something wrong. And he was like, oh no, you must have just a headache or something. And I'm like, no, this is more than a headache. This is more than a migraine. And so I was like, I really need to go somewhere. I really need to get to the doctors. Well, really, my husband wouldn't take me because he thought I was just bullshitting or something, or that I had a headache or something. So he thought maybe I could still drive. And I was just so fucking pissed. I was in such excruciating pain. I needed to get to a doctor. I drove my ass up there with sunglasses on, crying my eyes out, thinking I was going to die the whole fucking time. And I get up there and I start barfing. I'm to the point where my eyes they were severely hurting. It felt like my head was going to blow off my neck. And it's a very different pain than having a headache or a migraine. And I know what those feel like because I actually have a story on that might be accumulated to this. It might be relevant to this story. So we'll stop there. And I just want to take you back because I did forget that when I had my first child, I was probably 17. This is when we lived in the apartment. I started experiencing something I've never experienced before in my life. Never. And it was a really bad migraine, because I've had migraines where I've thrown up and stuff. But it was a very bad migraine. Where my eyes hurt. It was all on my left side of my face. Well, left side of my body. And all of a sudden, I'd be normal and my left hand went numb. And when I mean numb, it was numb. Like I was pinching it, I was slapping it. It went numb. And all of a sudden, I felt super weird. Super freaking weird. So at the time, my husband was, I think, at his parents' house or something. I couldn't get a hold of him. It was me and, I don't know, probably 6-month-old son at the time. And I did go into panic mode a little bit, but I called his mom, my mother-in-law. I called her, and all I remember is hi. And after that, I couldn't talk. It was so weird because my brain wasn't functioning. I had really forgotten how to talk. I forgot how to say words. At the time, I was actually eating dinner, and it wasn't as bad. My hand just started going numb and stuff, and I got on the phone, and I was eating, I think, steak. And then, she's panicking. She's like, Kirsten, what's going on? Talk to me, talk to me, talk to me. And all I kept remembering as I was going, and she was like, you need to talk to me. And I was like, and my brain literally, like, I forgot how to say any type of words. I was trying to think so quickly on a word I could just say, and nothing would come out of my mouth but And that's when she rushed to my damn house and was like, what's going on? And I couldn't talk. I was eating. I forgot how to eat. I was a little bit choking on my food. I remember that. I couldn't talk. I couldn't eat. I forgot everything. And I went to the hospital. Sorry, this is really emotional because it was a really scary time in my life. And I got to the hospital. They had no idea what was going on with me. And they gave me a shot in my arm. And it felt like I got shot by a gun. And I just said that should help. I don't know what it was. I don't even know if it helped me because I experienced this for quite a long time. And I really was just like, we need to the bottom of this. And they were like, you need to go for an MRI. Well, because of insurance issues, I couldn't get an MRI. I didn't have a regular doctor, so I couldn't get an MRI. And finally, I went to OBGYN to one of my appointments, and I explained what was happening, what was I feeling, what was going on. And he was like, I'm pretty sure you were having a stroke. So I'm thinking, no, I don't know. I've never had a stroke. I would think that, but it was, so then I kept that in the back of my mind. And then, when I went on and I had my second child, I was, just explaining to the doctors all what had gone on with my first child and like what I was experiencing and stuff. And the doctor said, you didn't have a stroke. She says, I've heard of this quite a bit, of just like having really bad pain in your eyes and your head, and it's called a complex migraine. A complex migraine is where you're going to have the same signs as having a stroke. Everything is going to be the same as you having a stroke, but yet you're not having a stroke, you're just having a complex migraine. I think these fucking people are out their fucking minds because something was really going on with me, and it wasn't a goddamn migraine. And actually at the time I was taking birth control. And I mean, I was on the patch. That was good, but I have sensitive skin, so my skin started breaking out. Then I got on the pill, and I just kept forgetting it. But so we were just like, you know what? Let's take you off the birth control because maybe you're allergic to estrogen. Estrogen is what is in these birth controls. So they took me completely off of the goddamn birth control. And I mean, I'm not fully, sure if that's what was going on. But as soon as he took me off the birth control, I never experienced it. And he says, I'm pretty sure you're allergic to estrogen. Your body is creating so much estrogen, and then we're putting more estrogen into you that your body is reacting. So I'm allergic to estrogen. I couldn't be on birth control anymore. I had to find a birth control that didn't have estrogen, which I'm pretty sure they said, oh, we can give you the shot in your ass. You're not giving no shot in my ass. So, so I just played the game safe. And my last child, he was planned. We did plan for him. And after that, I was just like, this is enough. Like, so I am fixed. We're not having no more kids. But it was a very scary situation to go on, especially, when I think I just turned 18, and I had no idea what the hell was going on with me. And I experienced all of not being able to talk. I was choking on my food because instantly, this was all instantaneously, like, I forgot how to talk, eat. The inside of my mouth it went numb. The top of my mouth, I couldn't even feel my tongue. So I was so scared I was going to swallow my damn tongue. I don't know if that's a thing, but I felt like I was going to swallow my tongue. It was just a very scary situation. So I just want to put out there that if any of you feel like that, feel any of these symptoms that I'm saying to you, please, okay? It will be worth your life to go and to get checked and to explain every symptom, okay? Because I still don't understand how the doctors don't know what the fuck was going on with me, but there was something major going on with me, okay? And ever since then, I've actually noticed that when I talk, my mouth is a little slanted. Talk to the side a little bit. I'm just glad I quit experiencing that, because it was one awful time in my life besides the cancer. So stay tuned for part 2, which will be coming tomorrow, with very graphic detail and more of my story. And thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting me. I love you all. And I just think now it's time to share my story with all of my supporters. So thank you and love you all. And make sure you watch part 2 tomorrow. I'm out. It's Kay.